Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is DaBoki and welcome to another Maple Monday. It is November 28th, 2016, and a fabulous Monday it is. This Maple Monday, I wanted to go over some tips on leveling up to 200 since 5th job is right around the corner. I know a lot of us are really trying to grind out those last levels for 200, but before we dive into that, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know what time it's for. Maple Monday submissions. Alright, starting off for Maple Monday submissions, we have a lovely chair created by Dark Poison 64, and I believe this chair resembles that boat from the Maple Heroes axe or whatever that was. A really cool chair. I believe this submission was for a few weeks ago, but he sent it a little bit late, so I decided to go and show it off now. Thank you so much for the lovely submission. And the next Maple Monday submission is sent by Vinicius, and this is a lovely drawing. I'm not quite sure what it is though. I was thinking it was luminous at first with the half light and the dark, but then it almost had like a Black Mage Empress feel to it, so I wasn't quite sure, but I really like the drawing though. Very well done. Thank you so much for the submission. And this last Maple Monday submissions, ladies and gentlemen, is sent by Rin. He says that he hasn't played MapleStory for years, but this is his favorite map that he made from memory, and I believe it's the Hennessy Hunting Grounds 1, which is super cool. He made it in this virtual reality setting, which is really awesome. I just really like what's going on in this map. Like always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for submitting your Maple Monday submissions. They're always a pleasure to receive, and if you guys want to have a chance to see your artwork in the next Maple Monday, definitely send it to me at TheMapleMonday@gmail.com. I can't choose all of them, but I do save all of them for later use, so thank you so much for submitting those Maple Monday submissions. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over some tips and tricks on how to level up to 200 a little bit easier, and this is what I did on my Bowmaster to kind of get myself to 200, and it was a lot less grindy than I thought, which was really awesome. And just keep in mind, this guide or this tips and trick, whatever this is intended for people that are a little bit higher level already, so about level 100 and let's say 30 and onwards. So before that, what I would do mostly is just grind and train. I can make a more in-depth guide later on, but this is just kind of for, I guess, different things that you can do to level up to 200. So I'm going to start at Monster Park PQ because I feel like this place is really underappreciated because it's a really great place, great source for XP, great rewards. So Monster Park PQ, I want to first mention that there's a Sunday growth box. So Sundays you can get this box that gives you a XP coupon, which is incredible. It's either a 1.5 XP coupon or a 2x XP coupon, which is awesome. And you can do this 7 times a day, and only on Sundays will give you this reward box. And on top of that, every time you finish a Monster Park PQ run, you get these coins, which you can then spend on these yellow potions, which is an additional 10% XP while you're training, and you can stack that on top of your other XP buffs. And this potion says that it was only meant for Monster Park Extreme, but it does work in the maps, so I'm not sure if that was intended or if they're going to fix that in the future, but it's really nice. Every little bit helps. Monster Park PQ, it's a great source of XP if you can clear efficiently. At like level 105, I was getting, I believe, a level and a half per run, which was awesome, so I definitely recommend you doing it. I was doing Monster Park PQ every chance I could get. I was trying to max out my runs. You get 2 for free, and then you can buy, I believe, 5 additional tickets in the cash shop for Mesos or Maple reward points, so that is great. The next little tip that I want to talk about for leveling is the TOT, or the Temple of Time quest, or you guys might know it as the pre-pink bean quests, which you start at the 3 doors, and there's that guy with the small little goggles that's just looking at you all weird. Yeah, you got to talk to him, and you hunt a lot of monsters. It used to be like 1,000 monsters for each map, but I believe they changed it to around 300. I'm not actually sure. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've done that quest, but you got to go to each map and hunt all those monsters. It's great because first, you're doing a pre-quest for a boss that's going to be really helpful later on that I'll talk more about. Other than that, like, you're hunting these monsters through the map, so you're always changing locations, which makes it seem really fresh and refreshing. You know, you're in a different location, and you're opening up also different areas in the map, which are really great training grounds, which I'm going to go ahead and get into now. So I know there's really popular maps like MP3s or the Moon Bunnies are really great as well. So those are pretty well known. So I'm going to talk about some other ones that I think they are pretty well known still, but it's usually less crowded, and you can find yourself having a better time at these maps because there's less people there, and it's still a great source of XP. So Memory Lane 4 in the Time Lane area is really great. It's relatively small platforms. You can just travel back and forth and clear out mobs nicely. I would recommend probably around level 140 is a really great place to start for this map. The next map is Road Oblivion 4. This is probably 160 and up. It's really great to do do dailies here as well. There's a nice little portal in the map that you can travel up and down, so you don't have to really move too much if you're lacking in the teleport or the movement skills. It's really great. The next map is Hall of Honor, and this is a great map because it's just so small. The mobs are a bit stronger, but if you are strong enough to hit here, I recommend around level 180, I think, is a great time to train here. You're able to just really clear out the map in an efficient way because the map is just so small itself, and you can get your Kishin on the bottom if you want, so that is really helpful. I would definitely recommend checking this place out. Great place to do dailies if you're around that level as well. And the last map I want to talk about is Warrior Grounds, which is a great map, and I still train here sometimes when I just want to grind out a little XP or if there's an event going on. This place is really great. A bit of a longer map, but still pretty small, 2 platforms, and if you split the map down in the middle, you can really get a nice party going. One person takes one side, the other takes the other, and it's pretty great. There's lacking safe spots in this map, so you can't really set up a safe Kishin unless you can get like way up on top or just like in the corner somewhere. You can find little sweet spots, but it's a really good map and you can kill these monsters. They do have some crazy amounts of HP sometimes, so definitely make sure that you're geared enough to get towards this area. So now moving on to the bosses, and I'm going to just talk about 3 bosses because I don't want to take up too much time. I'm already talking a lot and it's just probably really random information. I know there's a lot more bosses out there that are really great for XP, and I'll maybe briefly mention them later on. But really quick, we're going to talk about 3 bosses: CHT, Chaos Horntail, Pink Bean, and then Mad Ranmaru, or whatever that dude's name is. He's a crazy fox man that's got a really bad temper. So Madman, we're going to start with this guy. You can find him in Dead Mine 3, and he's a really great source of XP. He's relatively kind sometimes, but he gets kind of angry. I don't know what that means, but yeah, he's got multiple stages in his boss phase, and I think he's kind of glitched right now is what I'm hearing. So definitely just kind of maneuver back and forth to dodge his attacks when you can, because he always one-shots me, but luckily I'm strong enough now to just be able to hit him quick enough so that he kind of glitches in a sense, so he doesn't really move that much, and he gives great XP, drops a lot of junk. Next boss is the CHT, Chaos Horntail, and this guy is pretty strong as well, of course, in the earlier stages, especially if you're just starting to upgrade your equips. Great party play though. You still get some enormous amounts of XP in a party, so don't be afraid to go in with the party. A lot of great mesos and great equipments drop from CHT for the earlier stages, so definitely take advantage of CHT. The last boss I want to talk about is Pink Bean. He has a really great source of XP, drops a lot of great meso as well. I still fight Pink Bean every day, or I try to, just because it's a really good source of income as well as XP wise, so definitely take advantage of it. And like I said, party play is always welcomed here, really great source of XP even though if you are in a party. But this is pretty much what I've been doing since level 150 to 210, is just bossing really. I was really into upgrading my equips at the time. If you guys remember, I was doing my reboot progress report during the time, so it was really nice because I was able to kill these bosses a lot more efficiently and quicker, so it really made the XP growth seem really nice and fast and steady, I guess, instead of just grinding out levels and maps. So definitely take advantage of these bosses. I would say bossing is one of the best ways to level up right now, and it's a great source of income for mesos as well. And like I said earlier, there are a lot of great bosses out there. There's not only these 3, there's Zakum, there's Hilla, there's Magnus, there's Empress. You just got to go ahead and I guess go and find those bosses and just do your daily bosses, and you should be able to boss your way to 200 like a boss. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for watching this week's Maple Monday. I hope this helped you a little bit, or maybe it was just a refresher on stuff that you already knew. Don't forget to send your Maple Monday submissions if you would like to do so, TheMapleMonday@gmail.com. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Monday, and you guys will have a fabulous week. This has been DaBoki, and we'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye.